So, top 5 Premier League goalkeepers. Let's get right into it now.
Top 5, I guess we'll start from the bottom up. Even below 5, maybe some honorable mentions. People that maybe didn't make the top 5, but definitely should get a shout because of their performance last year or previous seasons. And just won't make our top 5 due to the competition. Number below 5, I guess, whatever you call it, honorable mention.
I'm going to save mine for last.
Save y'all, you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Someone that I wish was in my top 5, but didn't make it, Nick Pope. I think he had a phenomenal season last season. One of the major reasons why Newcastle is in the Champions League this year. It's just so much competition with the other names that we're going to name. How many clean sheets last year? 14?
He got 14 clean sheets.
Huge player and huge in stature. His saves are just incredible.
Hope you're liking our video so far. Like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Not the greatest on the feet, but hey, he's a traditional goalie, tall, lengthy guy, and he gets the job done for Newcastle, a top 4, top 5 club in the Premier League. So, sorry, Nick Pope, not in my top 5, but thought I should mention you.
All right, since you just did it, I'll just mention my honorable mentions right now too. I have Raya, just because he hasn't played a Premier League game right now. Going based on his last season, had a good season. Klopp even said you could put number 10 on his shirt.
Saw that.
That's pretty tough. Came in 9th place. Save percentage about 77%. He had about I'm not sure how many saves, but I think it's
100 something, bro.
154, I believe, something like that. But great keeper, underrated. Now he's moving calculated,
Hey.
going to a good team and challenging for a number 1 spot. He's a great keeper.
Boy came in with the stats today, huh? Boy came ready for the pod.
Calm vibes.
All right, let's get into the top 5. You know, yeah.
I mean, I don't have it in order, but I'll put Nick Pope there. Nick Pope did pretty good last season, just like what you said. He's a big guy, made a big difference on Newcastle. And, 14 clean sheets. He had a few saves of the month. And he's a good shot stopper. I think he's up there.
I agree. My number 5 is a great shot stopper. Amazing keeper. English international. I have Mr. Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale. At number 5, a lot of people have him at 3, 2, but I have him at 5 because I thought he had a phenomenal first 3 quarters of the season. Had Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes in the back line for Arsenal, making it happen. But as soon as Saliba went down, I saw Arsenal start to go down. And just because one player goes down doesn't mean you start conceding all these goals. You can even look at games like towards the end of the season. These are all end of the season games. West Ham, they were up 2-0. End up tying 2-2. That Liverpool game, they were up 2-0, end up tying 2-2. Man City, they was just, Man City is a powerful team, but some of those goals could have been stopped. There was another game, bro. They tied 3-3 against, some Southampton. 3-3. All of a sudden, I don't understand how that can happen. Those are down to mistakes, and just because one player goes down doesn't mean your whole team goes into shambles. So if it was any other top 5 club, I think the goalie would have stepped up and made some bigger saves to make sure they clinched the league. And I think Ramsdale is one of the big reasons why they didn't clinch the league. I'm not putting it all on him, but for those reasons, I got to put him at number 5 and not 3 because I still think he's a commanding goalie. I think he should be the number 1 for England. And it's my number 5, bro. So before we continue, bro, I think we should tell the people, put in the comments who your top 5 is. You know what I'm saying?
Who my top 5
Who their
is.
top 5 is.
Oh, yeah. Who's your top 5? Let us know. And
if you're seeing this, let us know in the comments.
Let us know. Let's get to it. I got Ramsdale, number 4. I mean, for the same reasons. He's a young goalkeeper. He's 24 years old. He has a long career ahead of him. Came into Arsenal from Sheffield United, doing really well. 14 clean sheets. What else can I add to it? I think he can become the England starting goalkeeper at some point. And I think he's a good player. His saves are crazy.
Should he be the England number 1 right now?
I think he could be.
I agree, man.
I think he can.
I think he's I don't know, maybe it's because his youth or something, but I think he's ready for the next level.
Nah, he is. But I got him on my number 4.
Who was your number 5?
Number 5 was
Nick Pope, right? All right, then my number 4 is someone who I rate highly, especially last year. He brought his team to the Champions League final. Probably should be a Champions League winner right now if it wasn't for Lukaku, Mr. Andre Onana. I think he was just phenomenal last season. His shot stopping was pretty good, but what stood out the most was his way to distribute on his feet. Most goalies ain't going to be the ones to be passing, but the way these teams be pressing, I think it's so important now for a goalie to have that skill to play out the back, especially if you're getting, pressed as high as like these Liverpool and Man Cities and even Newcastles are pressing high. It's like having an extra player on the field, especially defensively, like a sweeper role. I was even looking at some of the clips from the Champions League final, pinging balls from his corner of the box to the next corner of the box, wide open. I think it was a major reason why they got that far, and I think Man U had a good pickup, one of the most sought after goalies in the transfer window.
He was definitely trusted in Inter. Preseason looked kind of a couple chips, but
crazy.
He can be a good goalkeeper. We just gotta see with time.
Yeah, that's why I have him at number 4, because he could be number 3, number 2, but we just haven't seen enough of him.
All right, cool. So I got Martinez number 3.
Same.
Got 11 clean sheets. He got a good body frame. He got good personality as well, and he won the World Cup. Yeah. That's pretty major. So, yeah, I got him number 3. And he's still doing good till this day. I mean,
yeah, even in the past couple weeks.
He's vocal.
Yeah, and like you said about personality, like he really gets into his opponent's head.
Yeah.
Whether that's whatever people might like it, might not like it, but it gets the job done. You can definitely see in the World Cup the penalties that he was saving. There was a lot of mind games, and whatever you have to do that's within the laws of the game. I think he uses everything that he has, but he's also clutch.
Yeah,
he makes some big time saves. Koulibaly, that big save at the end of the World Cup, and throughout the season last year. I think it's a luxury to have him in your number 1 position, especially for Aston Villa. I'm sure Arsenal wish they had him back. But that's my number 3. Number 2. Number 2 is a toss-up, bro. You can put either one of who's going to be number 1, number 2.
I already know who it is because that's probably my 1 and 2.
Yeah, but we're going to go with number 2, and it's very close. But at number 2, slightly below the number 1, I have Ederson.
Got him number 2.
Yeah, number 2, yeah. Ederson, phenomenal goalie. I mean, Man City, number 1. He's playing for the best team in the world, and he's not just a spectator there. If you watch his games, he might not have a lot of action to do, but when he's called upon to step up, he's there. He makes the saves. He's a great distributor. On his feet, one of the best in the world.
Yo, he has on and on. He has a lot of Premier League experience. I mean, he's going on to his 7th season.
Mm-hmm.
He's won 5 Golden Gloves.
Wow.
He got 5 Premier League championships. I mean, you can't count the guy out, man.
Nah, you can't. He's an integral part of Man City, man. I don't think there's many people in the world that can replace him for what he does for the club. So, Ederson, slightly number 2, but, good job this season. Look forward to seeing you do a great job this season as well. And number 1, I'll let you have it, man.
My guys are Alisson, Liverpool. Yeah, he's been there for about 6 years, couple Golden Gloves. He's a great goalkeeper. When we need him to show up, he always shows up. Yeah, man, he's my number 1.
Yeah, when you guys got him, I think he transformed the club.
He did.
Like, there's not many goalies that transform a club. Alisson was one of them when he went from Roma to Liverpool.
Yeah, but at that point, we needed a goalie for a few years.
And you can see, even the big price tag you guys paid, it paid off. Champions League winner, Premier League winner, against all odds. I mean, phenomenal. I mean, doing things that we haven't seen keepers do in a long time. Scoring game-winning headers to put yourself in the Champions League. Yeah. Any goalie that does that is getting my number 1. So, Alisson, man.
That day was a beautiful
Remember that
day?
We were watching that game.
We were watching that game at my house. It was probably, it was the last play of the game. I seen him come. I was just praying.
Bro, they were in 5th place. If they tied that game, they wouldn't make Champions League.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a crazy game.
No, that was crazy. I mean, I think his dad passed away around that time too, so it was very emotional. But he did his thing, man. He always shows up for us. The only thing is scary is his ability on the ball.
Yeah.
Gotta be better on that, but
He's good on his ball, but the decision making
yeah,
sometimes be a little
yeah,
scary as a Liverpool fan.
yeah.
Which I'm not, so sometimes I cheer it on. So well done, Alisson.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.